Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and people of all ages, welcome to Mid-Mo Nerd Show with your hosts, Matt, Gary, and Dakota, the one that skipped out last week.
Yep, made it this time.
That sounded too professional, Gary. We're going to do that again. Now we're going to sit here awkwardly quiet before we figure out what topic we're going to talk about.
Well, let's talk about the biggest thing going on for all of us. Tomorrow is Fort Fandom.
Oh, I thought we were talking about my weight.
Well, we all, have to talk about the weights there. And no sugar.
We're all taking it light on sugar at this point.
Yeah. No freaking pizzas because we were by Papa John's today. And yeah, lots of fun.
But yeah, we're going to be doing Fort Fandom tomorrow, all three of us. What's it, 10 to 4 on base
4.
at the Pershing Center?
Pershing Center off of...
That one street.
I'll give
Because
you
Gary's
that.
unprepared.
The very back corner of Post.
Yep, in the middle of nowhere.
It is actually at 16593 Piney Hills Drive. Building 4109.
Gary's going to be doing Extremicon stuff there, selling tickets. Dakota and I will both have $10 Funko Pops that we did not plan together about.
Yes, we did, 5 minutes ago.
Totally.
And don't forget, the guests are the guy who did the voice from Napa.
I'm actually excited because he did Ida's big brother in My Hero Academia. So I'm gonna take my Hero Academia Vigilantes Volume 1 and try to get it signed by him.
Yeah, I got an Napa Pop.
Nice.
From one of the other vendors that come to Extremicon is going to Fort Fandom.
I love Napa, but I have nothing Napa related.
Well, I mean, I'm a big Dragon Ball Z fan, so that's...
I don't have the Napa know-how, so...
Yeah, we can shave your head and you can get him sign your forehead.
Yeah, that's why we don't trust...
do it. I ain't paying for it, but I'll take the signature.
Gotta get it tattooed, though.
He says he don't have no Napa know-how, but, that's why we don't let him go to the Autopot store.
Yep. Wait, did you say Autobots? Do you have something about Transformers?
He always has something about Transformers to talk about.
I'm just trying to throw a segue out there, all right?
Like, I'm surprised he didn't just throw the hello, I am Optimus Prime at the beginning.
Well, you see, I haven't got that voice down, and I'm not a voice actor, so that's not going to happen.
I mean, nobody's a voice actor till they get something out on the internet now.
See, there you go, Gary.
Yeah, they'll probably hear my voice and like, oh, that sounds like a wonderful female.
I mean, you're a beautiful lady, Gary, and we love you.
But the sad thing is I can go to the spectrum, and then if I get my voice deep enough, I sound like the Undertaker, so...
Yeah. He's got a pretty voice, too.
All right, so what are we starting off with this week?
What about some game...
Fandom.
Yeah, what about some game things?
All right, so game stuff. If you're one of those people that like Lorcana, for LGS stores, Lorcana drops today.
So I'm going to ask you, because a lot of people probably don't know, what's Lorcana?
Disney the card game.
Cool. What's an LGS store? Because also regular people don't know that.
That's a local game store.
There we go.
I would imagine some part, at least somebody listening to this would know what LGS is. But
I didn't know what LGS was.
Well, all right, at least one person knew, Matt.
Yeah. It's because I've worked it.
When you hear LG, I'm thinking like a DVD player.
All right, I'll talk in a language everybody knows. Money. The Lorcana set has their highest rarities enchanteds. And they've got, probably 10 enchanteds in this set that all range from $150 to $400. And they're one per case. So, spend $125 on a box, you get a 1 in 4 chance of a $150 to $200 card. That's without all the smaller price cards. So, it's a pretty good deal right now. And the best part is, big box stores can't sell it till the end of the month. So your LGS local game stores
BK Games, you saying?
Can sell it today.
Yeah, come by BK Games today to get your Disney cards.
That's BK Games, located on Missouri Avenue.
690 Avenue, Suite 1 and 2.
Yep, for the next month or so.
Yep.
And then the big move comes. Because I know because it's going to be born my trailer for it.
Have we announced that publicly?
Oh, yeah, we
have
just
today. See? You know all the news when you listen to our little podcast.
Yep. BK Games is moving across the highway next to Dollar General
Yep.
to a bigger location, more play area, more space,
Actually, where I used to teach my martial arts class for free yet.
more places to hide Ed.
We're working on plans to run a 100-man Warhammer 40K tournament here in a couple months.
Oh boy. Another thing I got to spend money on.
A 2-day, 5-round tournament with, we're talking setting up 50 tables. So all the terrain, the
5-round
tables.
tournament. It's like, I'll be out in the first round.
Yeah.
Like, how do you move these guys again?
No, it's Swiss. You get to play all 5 rounds, even if you lose the first 4.
I'm going to say this as a joke just because Tone doesn't travel well. I'm going to be a deodorant salesman at that.
I mean,
yeah, you might want to be a
actually,
tomorrow.
40K's on the better end of sanitation because when you have to spend $3,000 to make your army, you can usually afford $1.45 for deodorant.
So you're saying the Magic players are the worst?
I'm saying there's worse games than 40K.
I know the worst game. I'm just not going to say it and put Dakota's community on blast.
I mean, yeah, let's not put Yu-Gi-Oh out there. Moving on. For card players, we also have Pokemon, the new set Twilight Masquerade.
Oh, I want some of the arts out of that.
What's the big characters in that one?
So Ogerpon, the new mythical Pokemon from the DLC, has either 4 or 5 different forms we're releasing in this new set. And all the cards to build a whole deck around swapping out Ogerpons, but that's not the good card from the set. The new card from the set is Dragapult EX, which will become legal the day before the North America International Tournament.
Oh, convenient.
So everybody's trying to buy that card right now. Like the basic card is going for $40 on TCG Player right now.
See, I'm a simple man. I just want the Perrin and the Growlithe with the connecting art.
Okay, so everybody wants the Perrin. For, I don't know, put it in your jar or whatever. It's
pretty art. I want it for the pretty art.
Yeah.
I don't want it for the...
Yeah, some people want it for the fact that she's legal. But, legal age. But
moving on.
Yep.
I was trying to make a wholesome cool art.
EX?
EX are it's hard to explain, but they're like a higher evolved version of Pokemon that are a little stronger in your deck.
Yeah.
So you got your
So they'd be like
Pokemon Evolution, or not? Is it Evolution?
Yep.
It's Evolution.
I mean, there's some basic EXs, but they're basically stronger versions of cards that if you play the game, they give up 2 prize cards instead of the normal 1.
Okay.
Yes, it's harder to take out. They do more damage, but you get better prizes for taking them out. It's like your boss monster of the deck.
Okay. I'm just saying that because I played like a little bit of Pokemon and got beat every time I played it, so obviously I wasn't that good. Unless it was against a little kid, then, you know.
Speaking of Pokemon, we are trying to start up on Saturdays, probably next week or the week after, our Gym Challenge League.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, the singleton format. I have my entire Psychic deck here. I'm trying to get probably rummage through Dakota's bulk to make like a normal type deck for somebody to kind of learn with.
Yep. And quick rundown on Gym Leader Challenge. It's, if you've ever played Commander and Magic, it's kind of like that. It's only one of each card, but they all have to be cards without rule boxes. So all single prize Pokemon and all the same color. Like you can only have one color in your deck.
Oh, that sounds like something I can keep up with.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's all singleton. It's all very fair too. Like my whole deck, if I would have got it all from one seller, would have been like $5.
That's really good.
Because it's the highest rarities, just regular rares that you can get like half the time now, 2 or 3 in a pack.
Yeah, like every once in a while you might run across $1 or $2 card that you want to put in your deck, but for the most part, super cheap, and it's a super casual format too. So
yeah.
I know, like with Magic, a lot of people prefer Commander over regular, at least in this part of the world.
Yeah. I prefer Commander. I played Standard a few times, but the Standard like play set was not my thing. I play games to kind of sit down and just chill out and have fun with friends, but like really competitive formats kind of take me out of it because they're more focused on the game than they are actually like hanging out with somebody or playing. Like guys, I mean, it's a game. I mean, I'm cool for you. This is what you like, but
I think I like with regular tournament rules. It's either like when you buy the packs, you either do what's it called?
Draft.
The draft, draft, and then like regular things when you get your set up when the new set comes out. It's like those are the ones I like. The booster draft? No, not booster draft. That's still a draft.
It's a draft.
But yeah, those are the ones I like because nobody's got a big advantage on it.
Yep. Like pre-releases.
Pre-release, yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Speaking of another game that nobody has an advantage of, the other one we want to try as soon as I get Asmodee set up is Keyforge, which every deck is random.
What is Keyforge?
It's a little monster fighting game. Like you literally win little key pieces, but it is all. Every deck you play is random. You pull it out of a box, that's the deck you're playing for a little bit, and then you guys switch out decks. There is no constructed format, unless you want one, which kind of defeats the purpose of the game a little bit. But nobody knows what they're getting in each deck. You get the best deck ever, you get the worst deck. And you could find an awful deck that you just find one really dumb combo that works.
Yep, you crack open a deck and you play it.
Yeah.
It's a pre-constructed format, basically.
Yeah, a lot of people have, like I know the Goofy Goblins and my friend Ethan have just boxes of all ready to go. And when you buy that booster box, everybody just picks a random deck out of it, or they shuffle them, or they roll a die, and that is your deck for at least that round of the tournament.
And there's no swapping out cards or anything like that. It's
nope. What you get is what you get.
Whatever comes out of the deck is what you play.
Because I've found with like working for Dakota and over here, the hardest thing to do is to keep a power level down in a play group. Because one person will upgrade their deck, and then just to kind of keep up with everybody, but then like, oh, well, he's winning more now, so we need to upgrade, and then it just keeps going in a circle all the way up till they have those $1,000 super sweaty decks, and then like the one guy who doesn't want to spend that much money is just kind of sitting in the corner, just going, twiddling his thumbs.
Yeah, it does get kind of bad when you got to learn the game to win, but at the same time, it's like sometimes you're just playing people and they're just like, eh. And then you're kind of losing interest in the game. So that defeats the purpose of new players getting in because people whip them so much. That's why when I make most of my decks, I just make them. There's always a way to beat them. And sometimes they take forever to build up. Like if I get my Godzilla deck out and I start getting all the creatures out, I'll win. But to get to that point, I got to get it built up. And if you're not paying attention, then that's on you. But if you're paying attention and you knock my stuff out, then, I'm not going to win it.
Yeah. And I think that's probably why Keyforge was made, was to get around the power creep of decks. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they have their own internal power creep, so you keep buying new sets, but, it's not going to be as bad as basically pay to win like Magic can be.
Yeah.
Because, if you can knock out a deck in like 2 turns, like, what's the point of playing?
I mean, if you spend $10,000 on land, that gives you an automatic advantage in Magic, so...
Yep, which I've never understood when you're sitting down at a 4-man pod and you're like, I'm going to spend this much to get ready to go, and I'm just like, we're just here to kind of hang out, guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I understand there's the format, because like Dakota's shop, he does a lot of the more competitive people. Over here, we do the kind of, we're basically the stoner shop, to put it in layman's terms.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Because there's people that want to go competitive and try to win turn 2 or 3, and there's people that just want to sit down and have fun.
Yeah, and those groups, they mix sometimes, but they don't mix well together for long.
No.
Not at all.
Because like the casual players will literally just like, well, I don't want to go play Magic anymore because I lose turn 2. I'm like, well, why don't you come over here and just...
Yeah.
We'll bully the guy that's beating you turn 2.
Like, sit down at a table with low-power decks against a Slivers player. There's no point in playing. You just shake hands and get up and walk away, because that's how Slivers be.
Well, we've gotten to the point now at our little play group that, like, whenever, like, Derek or Matt gets their win con, like, turn 1 and their draw hand, I'm like, cool, we're going to round 2, you won, congratulations. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. We're going to keep our hands, you redraw. He's like, okay. And then that's, like, eliminated a lot of our problems, is just being like, I'm like, so there's no way to stop you at this point, not unless you have a counterspell by turn 3. I'm like, boop, 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 nope.
That gives me a good idea, though. Bring in a higher power deck against a lower power deck. Okay, you win turn 3. Discard your hand, draw a new 7. Your turn ends. See if you can win again.
Yeah. Well, it's like, it's like what I used to do over there for Magic Nights over at BK. Is whenever somebody would go infinite or something, cool, you go infinite. We're gonna keep playing the game.
Yeah.
Like you won.
Well, that's a way to keep them in the game, though. Like, okay, there went your win con. Draw 7 and keep playing.
Yep. Exile those cards.
Yep. Keep that life total and let's see if you can do it again.
Yeah.
And if you can do it twice, then you just can't bring that deck back.
Pretty much. Like even Derek started lower empowering his decks over here, just being like, I want to match my play group.
And that's the thing is, if you're going competitive, make a competitive deck. But if you know you're playing casual, just play casual.
Yeah.
It's like make separate decks to play people because you're going to discourage people from playing, and that's probably the worst thing. Because if you discourage people from playing, guess what they're not going to do? Make new cards.
Yeah.
They're not going to play.
Then they're not going to play.
You're not going to have a play group anymore.
Yep.
And then less people are going to play, so Magic's not going to put as much time into it.
Well, I remember like this is a guy that's left a long time ago. That I'm not naming names or talking crap about someone in particular. So. It's not someone we see every week. It's this guy would come in. He was here for a few months, and he'd have he'd win turn 2 Eldrazi decks. And Dakota knows who I'm talking about.
Yep.
And then he just, which we were okay with because he did his thing, he got up and left. But one night, he just screamed at one of our favorite players for having a mana ramp in green at, turn 5. It's just like, I can't believe you mana ramped that hard already. I'm just like, bruh, you literally went infinite on turn 2 games ago. Can you dial it back for a second? You're not going to talk to Josh that way. Huh?
Oh, I just about to segue since we're about halfway through.
You say halfway. This goes for an hour.
An hour.
I mean, with me and Gary, the hour went by before we know it last week. We just kind of let ADHD take hold.
Yeah.
All right, since we're about halfway through the halfway through. All right. So we went through most of the cards and stuff. There's a new Yu-Gi-Oh release, but nobody's hyped for it, so we're not going to talk about it.
We love Yu-Gi-Oh on this podcast. This is the second positive thing we've said about it.
I mean, that's the second thing we've said about it, yes. But I was going to shift more over towards print. See if we got anything cool reader-wise coming out.
Ooh, Blood Hunt has been the big thing for us. They're taking the Marvel Universe and attacking them with vampires.
I actually read it. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
That first issue.
Slight spoilers for issue 1, but it's the whole plot of the event. Somebody messes up somewhere, because I'm not going to spoil who it is, but they block out the sun. And then the vampires just kind of take over. Certain Marvel heroes are getting bit and becoming vampires. And I'm hoping they don't do what Marvel usually does, and at the end of the event, everything's wrapped up in a nice, neat bow. All the vampires not vampires anymore. I think it would be cool, if they had a few of the bit people just be stuck with vampirism for a while, because Jubilee has been a vampire since the 2000s.
And that'd be a good way to build up those characters that really don't have any
Jubilee
plot builds.
You mean the one X-Man that was only known because of the TV show?
Yeah.
Okay, that one. Yep.
Yeah, Jubilee.
Yep, card game guy's tracking now.
Yep, card game. There you go.
See, we're losing the card guy now.
Yep.
But I will point out that Jubilee was brought out in the X-Men in about mid-200s, and she actually saved Wolverine's life. That's where the comic book people know her from.
200. That was mid-200. What year's that, Gary?
The mid-200s as far as the comics
I was
go.
say, Jubilee doesn't look a day over 16, all right?
I mean, yeah, she's a vampire.
But that's where she got in. She followed Rogue, Storm, and I think it was Psylocke in the mall and went through one of Gateway's portals.
Yeah,
and
I think
went
so.
into their village in the middle of Africa. I forget what the name of the village is, but they were living there because they were hiding low because they hey, we're tired of getting pot shots by everybody, so we're gonna duck out of society for a little while. But then that's where she got popular because they're like, oh look, it's a newer X-Men, kind of the Kitty Pryde field, but she actually went a different direction where Kitty Pryde wanted to stay with the X-Men. She went away and started with the Generation Next.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which I have first issue of that in here.
I actually got the first issue.
Nice. It's such a weird key because it's 8 first appearances, but it's still a $5 book.
Yeah, I don't think Generation Next kicked off like they thought it would.
Yeah.
But I mean, their characters were a little bit different. They had Cannonball, who people that don't know who Cannonball, he was in X-Force and New Mutants, and
he was played by He was in the New Mutants movie. He was played by the kid from Stranger Things that played the big brother.
Yeah. And his sister was in there. Her name was Skin. She actually I thought, had one of the coolest powers because she could rip her skin off, but she never knew what power she'd get. She could turn into a robot or something else, and it was like, that was one of my favorite ones off of there. And they had an oddball group of mutants for mutants, even.
Yeah, and like back to Jubilee, like a lot of the older fans didn't care for Jubilee because of how she was, but she was the Doctor Who companion of the X-Men show. So she was the plot device where they explained everything to the Watcher, to her. But, like, we know all this, so they get frustrated with that. So it's just like, well, we don't like Jubilee. I'm like, no, you just don't like what she represents in the show. Jubilee's fine.
Yeah, she was just a new recruit.
Yeah. Like, every show has that, especially in a new universe that nobody knows. Like, especially, like, an X-Men cartoon in the 90s when that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good way to explain her, the X-Men, because those people like us who knew who the X-Men were, but then you had a whole group of people that have never seen X-Men before.
Yeah, and if you're not a fan of Jubilee and you own a first appearance comic of anybody, then that's kind of hypocritical, because that's kind of Jubilee's purpose there, was to be like a first appearance kind of, story plot.
Yeah, she's the exposition.
Yeah,
that way because like the 90s switched from like the campy Star Trek characters talking directly to the screen versus we're talking to Jubilee about what's going on. So I'm not talking to you through the screen.
And for filthy casuals like me,
that's why I said Star Trek that way.
yeah, thanks. And for filthy casuals like me that never read a comic before, the exposition was kind of helpful.
Yeah. Because, like, a lot of comic fans forget that not everybody has those boundless mountains of knowledge in comics.
That's what made us gods when all the movies come out.
Right. And now we went back to our status quo.
Yeah, pretty much. Thanks, Disney.
My mom knows who Thanos is, so
MCU will come back at some point.
I'm assuming because they're now doing what I thought they were going to do, what they should have done. Because I think we talked about
Crash and burn because they're owned by Disney.
A little bit, but I think we talked about it last week how they should have kept Cap, but now they've announced a show with Steve Rogers with Chris Evans.
Right.
I was like, I called it.
Well, I think the biggest thing, and I think everybody agrees with this, now that it's kind of went down a little bit, because, I mean, the Marvels, some people liked it, some people didn't. And I get where new people would not understand anything that was going on in the Marvels.
Yeah.
Because unless you got to read the comics, I mean, it went all the way back to the original Captain Marvel. Some of the plot lines there with the bands, because he shared the band with Rick Jones.
Yep.
And had it coming back out from Dimension. So that's where that one kind of came from. And, I mean, then you got to go up, and then you have Photon, which was actually called Captain Marvel at one time.
Yeah, the original female Captain Marvel before Carol was.
And then Captain Marvel that you know as the female Captain Marvel was actually called Ms. Marvel originally. And then they flipped that over to the new Ms. Marvel. And, it just, if you didn't follow the comics and you haven't been a long-time fan, you wouldn't understand all the plot going with that. And there's a lot of jumping around, which I think made it hard for people to follow.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping, now that they're bringing the X-Men in, that's going to actually bring it up to a whole nother level.
Well, and the movies haven't hit the point where the comics usually hit, because every once in a while, a lot of people notice that every comic in the shop is a number one for that week. That's whenever, like, everything's got too convoluted, too put together, to the point where nobody can just grab an issue and start reading. They have to read mountains of backstory, so it's like, oh, we're losing sales because we're not getting new readers anymore. So that's when Marvel and DC just does, hey, we're going to do a bunch of number ones. We're going to do a bunch of jumping on points for people. I think the movies need to do that. Just something like, hey, this is the start of the universe in this portion. Because that's what did the MCU so good for 10 years. It was all new character stories, and then, like, your extra stories were about Thor, Iron Man, Cap, and Black Widow. And then
I think another thing that hurts them is the people that they got to do those characters did such a good job in them that nobody really can take over for them. Now, Hulk had a different little thing. I mean, he had a rough start there. I think I know where they're going with it, and they're trying to make him big and live for the action movie. But, I mean, they didn't, did anybody know anything about his dad? No.
Yeah. Well, the biggest Hulk problem, too, is Paramount still owns the Hulk, I'm pretty sure.
No.
Did Disney finally get them?
Yeah, Disney got him because they've been putting him in movies.
He can be in the movies, but he can't have his own movie. That's why Ragnarok was also Planet Hulk. Because they couldn't make a Planet Hulk movie. That's why She-Hulk was the big thing to do the Hulk plot. Because Paramount owns everything for Hulk-related.
Not that they flipped that over.
I don't think so yet. I think Paramount's still holding on to the Hulk for dear life. Because they haven't announced any Hulk solo projects yet.
See, but that's the thing. They got to do a project eventually with the Hulk, or else they'll lose the rights to Hulk.
Yeah.
That's why you see every once in a while they'll do a Superman movie. Not because they're trying to make money. They just don't want to lose the rights, because as soon as they lose the rights with it, it goes back to the original creators of Superman.
Yeah, right now Superman will hit public domain. That's why, and we don't really want the Superman movies we're getting of Winnie the Pooh right now.
I mean...
That's just the boys.
Yeah.
That's just the boys.
Much.
But yeah, no, well, it's on the more negative point too. That's why we keep getting terrible Sony Spider-Man movies. Because it's like, well, we're going to lose our rights here soon, and Disney will take over. So here is Morbius, here's Madam Web.
I mean, at least they made a good video game.
The video game was solid. I actually platinumed Spider-Man 2.
Nice.
Yeah, I platinumed the first one too. I never finished the DLC. I need to go back and finish the DLC, especially since 2 heavily references the DLC.
I mean, that's pretty cool. Baldur's Gate best game, but go on.
Yeah. I haven't finished Baldur's Gate yet, because Spider-Man is very streamlined, and I had to pick one.
I don't know if you can finish Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
There's so much
stuff
in that.
I was opening a store when Baldur's Gate came out. I'm just like...
Use the store for everything. Not an excuse. Those of us who own businesses know that is always fun. Opening a business.
You have to choose. And I'm like Spider-Man's a streamlined story that I can see the platinum on. That I don't have to do extra silly things to get a good trophy.
Oh, you don't have to collect like 300 whatevers to get a trophy?
It's just an Assassin's Creed game of Spider-Man. I platinumed Assassin's Creed 2 back in the day. Which we can rotate to video games. Yeah.
They announced a new Assassin's Creed game.
A new game and a new Magic set coming out.
Yes, Assassin's Creed Magic. Which, honestly, is pretty sure it's going to release pretty close in tandem to the new game.
It makes sense, because the Fallout set released pretty close to the show. Doctor Who set...
Have you watched any of that show, by the way?
Fallout is solid, beginning to end.
I have not finished the show, but I've watched up to, I think, the 3rd episode.
There's a whole unjustified uproar for the new Assassin's Creed video game. Because the main character's black.
Who's an actual legitimate historical figure.
Yeah, in a samurai setting, and people don't get the whole backstory of the first black samurai in Japan in the 1500s. So everybody's losing their mind about...
I thought that was Afro Samurai.
Didn't they do but not Afro Samurai, but didn't last year they do a whole anime about the same guy?
Yeah. I forget what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen it. I remember seeing something about it. But yeah, the whole Assassin's Creed thing, everybody's complaining about it, but it's
actually historically accurate?
Yeah, I don't want to say it's canon, but it's based on a true story.
I'm just saying, if they're complaining about historical accuracy in the Assassin's Creed series, and it's the hill they're willing to die on as a black man in feudal Japan, when the first 5 games featured aliens.
Yeah, that kind of...
I mean, that could be canonically correct. We just don't know yet.
Yeah. It was very, Illuminati, alien. I played 1, I played 2, I played Brotherhood, and I started Revelations, and I got about halfway through because I played in tandem in a marathon for 3, 2 Brotherhood and Revelations, and it was the same game.
Right. Just so we get on the fact, Yosaki was the only African and first non-Japanese samurai. His story began in 1579 in Edo, Japan. Not much is known about his life before arriving to Japan, but there's a legitimate thing. Yeah. I mean, 1957.
Yeah.
Edo, Japan.
And he's even got the same name in the game. How much more
it's
based on the actual person could you be?
It's the rage bait culture. They half those guys don't even hate that stuff, but they know hate will get way more clicks than positivity.
Yeah. And that's a shame.
I don't know the release date on the game offhand, but I know the Magic set's coming out July 5th.
Yeah. Which I'm excited. I kind of want to build
Magic set, woo!
I kind of want to build a 5-color Ezio deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, what Matt said.
And it's not going to be like it's not going to be like it's going to be an actual Magic set where there's like booster packs and supplemental cards.
Closer to Lord of the Rings than it was.
Yeah, than it was like Warhammer.
Yeah, which for the non-people here, because we and Dakota are doing it again, Warhammer, Doctor Who, and Fallout, all they came out with, if you bought 4 decks in the set, you owned every card that came out in the set aside from special printings, like higher rarities. You could buy packs, but it would just give you like better looking cards. But Lord of the Rings actually came out like old card set style with like a booster box where they still had the decks, but you couldn't get all the cards in the decks. So like Lord of the Rings, you had to actually buy the booster boxes if you wanted to collect the whole set or collect certain cards that didn't come out in the decks. And Assassin's Creed's doing the same thing.
I know with Warhammer, I got the Tyranids set, and ironically, what did I start with Warhammer? Tyranids.
Well, what's funny is I had the Marnius Calgar deck, and it is now a Soundwave deck. Because it was good at making tokens, and I wanted to build a Soundwave deck, and I never played my Marnius Calgar deck.
I played every one of my decks at least once. Now, with that being said, I've changed a lot of those decks since I played them that one time.
Yeah. Oh god, my decks now compared to when I got out of Magic, I have 2 of the same commander I used to have. I have Olivia Crimson Bride, and you guys know the other one, Pip.
Yep.
My Chaos deck that I build for the super hardcore players because it's so unoptimized, they get upset when I just play this random vanilla creature.
I mean, Pip's not vanilla.
No, I have a bunch of vanillas in the deck. I have things that have nothing to do with the deck. Because I had one player that would get so frustrated with it. He's like, Matt, why is this card even in the deck? Because of this reaction. Yeah. It's a game. You need to chill out.
Almost makes me want to make a messed up deck.
It's fun.
Why?
Yeah, they'll ask. Like, something that doesn't even like benefit. I have things in Thimblethip that actually makes Thimblethip worse. Because his main ability is you can't target him with spells or he goes back into the deck. And I have a bunch of stuff that targets him with spells. Like, why'd you do that? Thimblethip's back in the command zone.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. What are you going to do? That's my deck when somebody's going, like, real try hard. And I'm just like, I'll just sit down with them. I was like, what are you going to do? I'm going to play a land and pass. What? Yeah. You're going to look real silly when you combo out right now. While you're comboing out, I'm going to step outside.
Yep.
What? Yeah, I don't need to be here for this. I have no interactions. Just let me know when you won. Well, like over when I was at BK, I'm not going to say the name, but Dakota had a young man over there that was very try-hard. And one night, he just had everybody upset at him. So the next time he came in for Magic, I'm just like, come here and sit down with me, sir. What? Yeah. So I just pulled my grossest deck and let him beat me every time until he got it out of his system. He's like, I didn't have any fun. I'm like, yeah, because I didn't react to you being a toxic player the whole time. And we're going to start all not reacting to it if you keep doing this. Oh. Yeah. So bring some fun decks. Try it out next week. We love you. We want you to keep playing with us and having fun.
Yeah.
Bring a deck that has 1, maybe 2 win cons in it. And,
please don't abuse the free mulligan rule, which is, again, for layman's terms, mulligan is whenever you need to draw a new hand because your first hand's not playable. But,
I still played anyways.
Yeah, me too. But both Dakotas on my shop have the rule where if you don't have a playable hand, you don't go down a card or lose a card. But it got to the point where people would just start looking for their win conditions.
Yeah, or keep mulliganing until they get like a Soul Ring turn 1 and, could start going off turn 1. It's like,
yeah, I'm like, that's not... And then I get, like...
It's abusing the... Not rule, but it's abusing
the spirit.
Yeah, the spirit of the game.
Yeah, because when Seth tried to do it over here, he had a fully playable hand with 3 lands, but it wasn't a hand he liked. I'm like, cool, you're going to go down a card. What? Yeah, I'm like, the free mulligan works. Do you get enough lands so you can just play and be in the game? Oh. I'm like, yeah, like, it's not to find your win con, buddy. Like, that's gross magic.
Yeah.
It's so funny because I never play like that because of fact I get competitive when I start playing like in the tournaments. I ain't gonna lie about that, but
that's what tournaments are for.
But if we're just casually playing, unless someone's just being a DB.
I mean, I kind of want to build a deck around that whole, mulligan until you get enough lands in your hand. So I'm trying to put together a no-land commander deck. Then I'll just mulligan until I get the stuff I need in my hand. And
You're being the problem, Dakota.
no, I'm pointing out the problem.
I know.
By example.
Well, it's like we had a very problem player in here that people were starting to build decks around, and then we were starting to power creep up, and they're just like, nope, we're not doing that. Because even I was contemplating, because I wanted to build Obeka, the one where I can just tap her and end the turn.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm going to storm out. Turn's over.
Yep.
What? Yep, turn's over.
Yep.
We're done with that.
Goodbye, stack.
Yep, the stack is gone. The stack is the worst thing in Magic. Which, again, layman's terms, the stack is whenever the order that the spells resolve as you play them. So people can do nutty things on the stack just because they know how to manipulate it. And that's never more frustrating than sitting in a casual group and then somebody's just like, well, in response to this spell on the stack, I'm going to play this spell here and ruin your entire day. I'm like, well...
Like when your wife, you have the reverse in your hand, you got to reverse all the damage, and she comes along and says, you can't play that now. And you lose the game because of your wife.
Okay, we're not targeting people here. We're not targeting people. We all know your wife.
I didn't say her name.
We all know your wife. She'll beat us up. Jessica, we love you.
Oh, no, now you know the name.
Me and Dakota weren't
Should
part
be
of this.
y'all up.
Yep.
Yeah.
This was not on the script. That was just on Gary's script.
It's just, she likes me.
Well, you talk about this script like we have one.
We have talking points, and we let ADHD take over. Dakota, have you seen any good movies recently?
No.
Or good anime?
I watched
PG-13 anime?
I watched The Sentence of a Bookworm. That was... I watched it just because it was 40 episodes, and I'm tired of bouncing from anime to anime. It's... I mean, it's a cutish anime. It's isekai-ish. But, it was cute and good to kind of listen to while I was doing store work and stuff like that. But, there are a few deep points, but solid 6 to 10.
If you want a laid-back anime where it's just kind of fun, if you like to reincarnate it as a slime, they came out with like a kind of in-between stories is the best way to tell it, called Slime Diaries. It's not something, during the reincarnated slime, you got good fight scenes and stuff. This one's just kind of laid back. And
it's a slice of life.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep. I read the manga for that when it came out. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, it was really good. What's another one I've been watching lately? Finished up watching what I could have, Reincarnated Slime. It's on like the 3rd season now.
Mm-hmm. I haven't watched since season 1. I enjoyed season 1.
Waiting for another Black Clover movie to come out, because they had one came out and it was fairly good.
I just wish Solo Leveling would come out.
They're coming out
more
with it
quickly.
They're coming out with season 2. I've seen it actually on there because they're definitely doing that because that one's really popular. And it cracks me up because it's made in Korea, but it's actually they've made it in Japanese anime.
Nice.
Which I thought was good because I didn't realize it was a Korean story at first, and then I actually started reading. I was actually watching the show and how they made the show, and it was really interesting.
Well, it's like Ruby, like the Ruby with the girl with the scythe.
Yes.
Everybody's like, oh, it's a Japanese. That's an American made.
Yeah.
They made the anime and the manga afterwards. Like that was made on. It was made. I love the first season because it's all PlayStation 2 graphics because it was made by Rooster Teeth.
Yeah.
Apparently pretty big now.
No, Rooster Teeth is closing down here in a couple weeks.
Oh,
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't Rooster Teeth I heard about. The one that they were talking about, one that they went through cell leveling. I think maybe that was one they were talking about.
Probably.
And then they switched it out.
Like that anime is not limited to just Japan now.
No.
Now we can get stories from, I won't say different, well, yeah, I mean basically like different cultures. Different cultures tell different stories.
Yeah,
so
and that's what's
you can
really
get anime that's not in the same like strict categories that we have now. Like
That's what I liked when My Hero Academia came out. Because obviously I'm a superhero fanboy, and they were all kind of superheroes, every anime, but it was never explicitly said like, here, we're just Japanese X-Men.
Yeah.
Which that is, I don't keep up on a lot of anime, but I read the manga for My Hero as it comes out from Japan every week. I've never done that with I don't even do that with comics that much anymore. Like when I get around to the
don't you own a comic book
when
shop?
I get around to the new issues, I'll read them. But like as soon as it releases for My Hero, I'm reading it on my phone.
Yeah, My Hero's really good.
Yeah, like I've read
I
all
can't
the
wait till the
spinoffs.
next season comes out.
Yeah, I'm sad it's ending because the manga is at the end. Even the writers being like, 'cause they do in the actual like the thick mangas, they do superhero popularity polls every year. And in the newest like physical manga he released, he's like, "Oh, this will be the last superhero popularity poll." I'm like, bruh, quit making me sad.
Well, I mean, you got to understand on their point, and the guy who did Dragon Ball did the same thing. Is like after a certain point, you want to do something new.
Well, My Hero was supposed to end after the sports arc. That's it. That was going to be the whole show.
But it got so popular that
it got so popular that he's like, I'm going to keep writing it, and he does all the art and the writing for his series. And his art, if you've never seen the art in the manga, it's beautiful.
And here's the thing too: just because he stops it right now, doesn't mean he's not going to come out with it again. He may just need a break. Because it's like even actors, they take a break and try to raise children and stuff, and take a break in between. That way, they can have somewhat of a life.
Yeah,
and people forget about it. You know, actors, writers, artists.
Yeah,
they're all people too. They need breaks every once in a while.
I think Gary's
except for Colin Bunn, because Colin Bunn writes everything.
Right, I know. I saw like I was going through something the other day, and he's writing the Power Rangers book, and I found a Transformers for Gary that I'm like, oh, it's written by Colin Bunn. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna take it.
Yeah, Colin Bunn is literally on every major, or has written for every major comic book place, period. Image, DC, Marvel, DPW, if I can spit it out.
Well, and it's also like with manga, a lot of the original creators will hand over the reins to someone new later on because with their culture and like the manga culture, like they literally have a lot of respect for the original writers, so they keep the love. Like, I would have never realized that Dragon Ball Super wasn't Akira Toriyama.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is when you get the fans taking over, they kind of respect what's going on.
Yep. And My Hero's gotten to the point where it's not quite people growing up on it, but it's been around for almost 10 years at this point, I think.
I mean, yeah, that sounds about right.
We're on season 6, and I don't think we've had a season every single year, and the manga was around for a couple years before that. So it's been around for quite a while. Like, it's not a new thing anymore. And
well, I think with the way things are going, I think with My Hero Academia, well, they still got plenty of seasons to make in the actual show.
They don't got much.
They don't?
We're catching up quick because they're already on the slight spoilers for the show because I haven't watched it either, so I don't know where it's at, but they're already inching up on Dark Deku.
Yeah, I can't tell you anything.
Oh, I've read it all, Gary. I know what happens. I just don't want to spoil it for anybody else.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm because I have kept up with the show.
Yeah.
I just haven't read a lot of the manga.
Like I'm caught up with they're, to put it without spoiling anything, they are on the final boss fight right now in the manga, and I'm just like, oh god, I'm not ready for this. And it's, again, without spoiling, the most recent issue, 421 issues later, has done a callback to the first issue of like Deku's like first ever thing of trying to be a hero, and I'm like,
I mean, if the final boss isn't all will be one, I'm way behind on everything. So
it is. It's all for one. Well, mostly. You'll get to it.
Yeah. I'll catch up.
But I
eventually.
mean, it kind of tells that throughout the whole storyline.
Yeah,
anyway.
like
so it's not really a big surprise.
He is the big bad. Like, and like this season, we're going to get a lot more revelations of the strings he's been pulling in the background, and it gets very messed up.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. Like, I'm excited to see it animated.
I think the best one going on right now, but I like Goblin Slayer, but Solo Level's definitely on top. Goblin Slayer's a little violent, so...
Yeah, Goblin Slayer's a little too much for me. We're going to keep it PG-13, but when I heard about the intro to that, I was just like, I don't think that's a Matt story.
Yeah,
I'm hoping the anime's a little more chill than the manga.
It's... if you ever read...
They hint to stuff like it should be hinted and not going any further, which is the way that they should do it even in movies, because I think that's one of the things they've gotten out, and they've got too graphic with stuff in movies. And some people like it. I was like, I
keep
don't.
Keep that the slasher fix. That shouldn't be just in my Marvel movie.
Yeah, I mean...
If you watch Grimgar, the one where everybody's isekai, but nobody's OP, and they just get beat down by like basic goblins. Like solo leveling's kind of like that, except you have the one OP guy and everybody else is just the basic guy that gets beat down by goblins.
Yeah, when I watched Ari Ferretta, it was kind of the same thing.
Yep.
They left him in a dungeon, then he came out like a god.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which one was that?
That has its own issues. So
yeah, that has a lot of issues. It was Ari Ferretta. I don't remember what the actual subtitle was for it after that, but that took a weird turn. Like halfway through, like the tone shifted so hard when that dragon lady came into the show.
Yeah, you have like the 3,000-year-old vampire lady that looks like she's 10.
Yeah.
Okay, I know what you're talking about now.
Oh, we're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Again. Sorry, final roast of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
Or Yu-Gi-Oh! It used to be such a good show and card game when it first came out.
Yeah.
Yep. And then time happened. Like it does to all of us.
Right.
It was like a good G-rated one that everybody could play, although they did say fiends instead of demons like in Japan.
Yeah. Well, even Yu-Gi-Oh! Leaned into the weirdness where they released the uncensored version of their cards in their children's game.
The Lost Arts. They have the Lost Art cards, which apparently, when they were originally released, the U.S. wasn't, I don't know, mature enough to see the original art of the cards.
There's some wild censorship that has nothing to do with like vulgar or sexuality. Like if you look up on there's a few YouTube videos that I just kind of spaced through of just the wild like they changed like the face on the tomato guy.
I mean, they took out gravestones in one of the Lost Art cards.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't, I guess, deal with death in the West.
It was weird. Like, the censorship was... And it was all over the place. None of it was consistent.
Probably the most famous one's Dark Magician Girl's cleavage. They took out in the Western release.
Yeah, which you see worse on our movies.
Which is also probably one of the most expensive Lost Art cards. Not saying anything about Yu-Gi-Oh! People, but... yeah, add a little bit of cleavage and the card's all of a sudden like a $30, $40 card.
I mean, Pokemon does the same thing.
You could choose that cleavage?
Yes. Definitely there is a waifu tax on a lot of the cards.
Yeah.
And all the sets have
That's kind of a callback to Perrin we were talking about earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, which, again, more to you, just don't be creepy about it.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Like, if that makes you happy and you're a functioning person, I'm happy for you. But if you're going to be a creep about it, and it's like the half-naked... And I'm guilty of it back in the day, but it's like, you have, like, females and people that don't want to see that in your playgroup, but you have the half-naked playmat sitting at the table.
I mean, a lot of card games have rules against that now.
Yeah, they do.
Because of people like that.
Because most of the time when they have that half-naked playmat, they are also... I liked them because you could also like pick out the person in the group you did not want the female to play with. Because they're not going to treat them with respect. They're going to be... Are you new to magic?
Yeah, but when you go to tournaments where you don't get to choose who you're up against, then it becomes a problem.
Yeah, like it made it easy at the shop when I was just like, hey, don't play with that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta respect the people you play with.
Yeah, regardless of what they like, how they act, and you gotta figure stuff out with them. Like, your playgroup's your playgroup.
Yeah, and that should be self-explanatory, but somehow it isn't these days.
Well, our entire customer and playgroups are all neurodivergent, Dakota.
That's true.
Including us. Like, this is not a slight against neurodivergent people. I am definitely on the autism spectrum.
I mean, I think at this point, anybody opening a game store isn't 100% normal. Let's just be honest, because, I mean, the plus side is we relate to those that are like us.
Yeah.
Which helps a lot with running a game store. But, yeah, normies just don't understand a lot of it.
No, which I love, like the spouse duo of a neurodivergent and a normie coming into the store, and they'll just sit down and talk with like me or Dakota like we're also normies. It's just like I don't understand why she's into all this stuff, why she buys all this weird stuff. Yeah, as I'm wearing my entire Star Wars shirt, sitting there holding a Mando helmet.
Honestly, I see that more than anything with dice goblins.
Yeah.
People will come in and buy like their 30th set of dice, and their spouse will come in with them and be like, don't you already have that color? Well, no, this one has sparkles in it. It's completely different. Like, some people just don't get that you want it, you gotta catch them all. Like, it's
a lot of the normies will just collect the weirdest stuff. Like, oh, I'm going to buy more dishes this week in case I have guests. I'm like, well, I have a lot of dice in case I have guests.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let you touch them.
Hey, you're not my guest. You don't get to touch them.
Yeah. But yeah, it's the same thing. Everybody has something they collect, and Neurodivergent are just much more open about it.
Yeah.
It goes back to the rule, like, as long as nobody's messing with anybody else, leave it alone.
Leave it happy.
Yeah.
Like, my friend's grandma would always pick on us for collecting Pokemon cards, but she had an entire wall of just Coke bottles. I'm like, Grandma? Like,
yeah, or Precious Moments, or
yeah, it's the same
Beanie
thing.
Babies.
Hey, don't knock the Precious Moments. Precious Moments Museum's really good.
Sounds like somebody's been there.
I have been there. My wife took me up there one day to actually check it out, and it's a really nice place. And if you ever want to bring your spouse anywhere, I would suggest that, or even your family.
My spouse would kill me if I brought them to a Precious Moment store, Gary.
I would pay to see that.
Like, come on.
Me too. I want it on video.
Oh, we're going to do a road trip to Precious Moments Museum, bringing Kaz?
Yeah, come on, Kaz. We're going to get you out of the house, take you somewhere really... Why are we at a Precious Moment store, Matt? Gary said you'd love it.
And that was the last time we saw Gary.
Which would be magical.
He says that, but who's the one that wants me at the shop all the time getting stuff?
I want you guys to come hang out. I don't ever see you two unless I drag you over here to buy things.
According to you, I'm here every other 2 weeks, so we can
you
make a
are
podcast.
I had to set a schedule so I could see my other business owner friends.
Well, because guess what? We're all busy with our own businesses.
Because I swing over to Dakota's every once in a while before I open, and I'm just like, Dakota, and I'm just peeking in the windows.
Knocking on the door because I have it locked. I'm inside doing work.
Yeah, because everybody else will ignore, like, that's not go knock on Dakota before he opens, because he's going to ignore you if you're not me, but he knows I won't stop.
Yeah, if I don't stop Matt, he's going to come through the door, so...
Like the Kool-Aid Man, oh yeah!
And you tried to let me keep my key. Well, we are running towards the end here. If we'd like to go through all of our schedules and announce, like, things that are going on, Gary, if you want to start, like, where's ExtremeCon going to be for, like, the next month?
It's going to be we're going to be for Fandom tomorrow.
Yep, all of us will be there hanging out, throwing things at each other across the
possibly be at the museum over in Newburgh, the little children's museum.
They have the Precious Moments Museum?
No, not the Precious Moments. They have a children's museum in Newburgh, and they have a celebration once a year, and they kind of do it for the whole town. And they do like a charity run, and it's going to be on June 8th. And then Tremendicon is going to be from May 31st to June 2nd, and that's going to be in Springfield, Missouri at the Oasis Hotel and Convention Center, which is really good because there's a lot of people out of Springfield and everything that come up there, and they have special guests and a lot, and I mean, I can't say this enough, for it being a smaller Comic-Con type thing, they have a lot of stuff for the people coming in. They have all kinds of stuff. Panels for artists. They have panels for games. They have, in the past, I don't know if they'll have it going on this year, but they had like anime running one week, and then movies running the next day, and then
That's
continue
cool.
to do that.
I know I met the guy at ExtremeCon that either promotes or runs Tremendicon. He was super nice.
Yeah, he's really
bought a lot of X-Men off of it. Super big X-Men fan. So if you want to give him something, give him X-Men stuff.
Yeah, and I mean they have a lot of vendors there. Missouri Ghost Special is going to be there. ExtremeCon's of course going to be there, promoting. What's another group that's usually up there? 501st.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of cosplay type stuff. They have a big cosplay competition with several groups in it. And then, like I said, the Newburgh thing. And then our friends at Mossy Comics over in Lebanon.
Yep.
It's going to be
we'll all
June
three
24th.
be there.
And we'll all three be there again. And that's
June
all we got
22nd.
going for... Oh, June 22nd. My bad.
I can see the thing from here.
A lot of dates on there.
It's a Saturday.
I just remember that. It's a Saturday right before we pick up and move our whole store. So
Yay! Dakota moving sale. What?
What? No, he's got stock in the new store, Gary.
Yeah, no. And then that's our June for... We're going to have a light June because May has been packed with everything.
May has been busy from beginning to end. Dakota, what do you have going on for the... Ooh, we got 5-minute warning.
all right, so tonight we have a Baldur's Gate draft that was not mandated, but kind of mandated by Wizards that we run. So we have that going on tonight.
Voluntold.
Yep. We got Lorcana releasing today, Pokemon releasing Monday, new Yu-Gi-Oh! Set Rarity Collection 2 releasing next Friday. Pokemon, we already had the pre-release like a week ago. Yu-Gi-Oh! This isn't a pre-release set, so we don't have anything crazy going on. We have our Pokemon League Challenge tomorrow at 2 o'clock. I think June we'll have our Modern Horizons 3 pre-release on the 7th. It's going to be an expensive pre-release, but it's one of those crazy sets. I think it's like a $50 pre-release. But there's going to be $300, $400, $500 cards coming out of the set that you can pull at the pre-release. So it's going to be one of those sets because Hasbro just prints money. And that's all the stuff we get coming up in the immediate future.
I have more of a weekly schedule because we're planning our next event, which we're aiming for November. But like right now, the shop we have Wednesdays. We have New Comic Release Day, which is everybody's favorite day of the week.
You mean No Shave November?
Well, we got that one too. I mean, it's been No Shave 2023, 2024 now, Gary. But Thursdays is our casual Commander night where we kind of just sit down and chill out and have fun. We got sodas. We have just everything to play around with. Fridays, we do a board game night, either hosted by me or by the Goofy Goblins. Prices do vary on that. Most of the time, you know, if you want to rent a game, you can rent a game here, or you can buy a game and come and play, or you can bring your own game. But Goofy Goblins run it. It's usually 10 to 15, depending on the game, how much prep time they had to do, because he's Batman. And then Saturdays, we are trying, once I can get Joseph to come out of his hidey hole, we're trying to get our X-Wing tournaments going again. We'll just play groups, and then we are doing the Pokemon Gym Leader Challenge. And again, we'll also be at Fort Fandom this weekend. We'll be at the Route 66 convention in June. And yeah, just we have new comic releases every week.
And that was June 22nd.
June 22nd.
Not the 24th.
We love you, Finest. And yeah, and then Streamacon in September will be there. November? September. Your thing says November, Gary. The flyer you brought me says November. It says November 28th.
Yep. No, it says September.
It does say September.
Yep.
All right, never mind. Pay no attention to me. The glare is just very bad.
Now, I'm not saying I've never messed one up before, but yeah, it's like those ones I went through pretty thoroughly because I had to be everywhere with them.
Yeah, and I remember your first year that we picked on you because I think it was second year. Is your flyer had some kind of weird day on it?
Yeah, and we'll talk about the cons a little more next cast as far as a recap of Fort Fandom too.
Yeah, we'll talk about what we did there. We'll talk about
don't forget the live pre-order Griffin's going to be there.
But yeah, we're eventually getting better at this. We're still kind of just letting this roll with ADHD at this point. We have a slight talking points we want to do, and then we kind of move through it. We'll eventually have themes.
I made a list.
Dakota had a list. I'm just going to look at something and talk about it.
Dakota, you prepared?
What?
You prepared for something?
See?
Oh, look at you. Oh.
Did we hit all of your talking
points? It looks
points?
like Danny did.
I mean, we hit all of them through the first part of June. So we do our next cast.
Nice. So yeah, 2 weeks we'll have another cast. Hopefully we'll all three be here. Might start having guests at some point too. We were supposed to have one today, but he didn't show up. I'm talking to you, Jed. If you made it this far in the podcast, you butthead.
You goofy goblin.
You goofy goblin. Also, I hope you're okay because I haven't heard from you. So if it's something bad happened, I'm gonna feel really bad about this. I love you, Jed. But yeah, if we want to sign off here, we have 50 seconds left.
Right.
Yep.
No,
see you next time, or hear you next time.
We're good. I didn't make an outro, so
Autobots roll out.